Let us move on, though. Let us move on. We have a lot games to talk about, and let's go. Let's go. Group C, Ajax. Ajax through to the round of 16. 4 games, 4 wins. 14 scored, 2 conceded. Amazing, amazing Ajax. They have a manager that a lot of clubs have been linked to, a lot of top clubs. A coveted, highly coveted manager, highly coveted youth academy, the Ajax Academy. Erik ten Hag at the helm here of the Ajax first team, and they are doing the absolute business in the Champions League this season. I gotta give it to Ajax, man. I gotta give it to Ajax, definitely, because a lot of people know Ajax are a team I write off a lot, right? They make it to the round of 16, I say, yeah, Ajax lose. They end up winning. They usually sell on their best players, but the academy keeps churning out some quality ones, and their recruitment also brings in some quality players as well. And you have those core players who would stick around the club and not have, intentions of moving elsewhere. Guys like Tadic, now I think a player like Daley Blind comes to mind. And, you have Davy Klaassen, at the club now. I think he'll stick around along with Steven Berghaus. Those guys would stick around, I think, and create a core at the club. Guys like Tagliafico, who should have moved on maybe a long time, but still there. Mazrui. These guys may move on in the future. A player who I do miss, though, is David Neres. And I do miss Onana. But Pasveer has been doing a great job in goal. Gotta give it to him. So Dortmund, who have been very disappointed with, and you gotta, kind of cut them a bit of slack because they're missing their phenom, Erling Haaland, who's out with injury. But they have Daniel Malin, and they have a few good players at the club still that are capable of doing the business, but they're not stepping up, and their defense is just horrible, man. 8 conceded, 4 scored. Not enough goals in the back of the net. Not even when Erling Haaland was playing. Even when Haaland played. Just not, hitting their mark this season. They have a negative goal difference, which works in the favor of Sporting. But it's, head-to-head, I think, comes first, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to the points, the standings in the table. Sporting a third, very resurgent there. Lost their first 2 games, but bounced back against Besiktas with a double. And the aforementioned Besiktas has basically, they've been knocked out. Because they cannot finish ahead of Sporting because of head-to-head and everything. So Besiktas are knocked out of the Champions League. And let's just take a look at this group really quick. So Besiktas 1, Dortmund 2, Ajax 5, Sporting 1, Ajax 2, Besiktas 0, Dortmund 1, Sporting 2, Besiktas 1, Sporting 4, Ajax 4, Dortmund 0. And it brings us to today's matches where Sporting defeated Besiktas 4-0. Pedro Gonçalves in the 31st, coming back from injury, a penalty goal there. 38-minute, Paulinho in the 41st, and Sarabia to put in a rebound there in the 56th minute. Besiktas did suffer a red card and went down to 10 men. And that player was Josef de Souza in the 90th minute. He was sent off. It doesn't really matter, inconsequential in the end. Besiktas, they have struggled with injury in the competition, and it's very hard. So congratulations to Ruben Omoren and his boys, and big up to the boy Pedro Porro as well. My player from Manchester City on loan there. And shout outs to guys like João Palhinha and Pedro Gonçalves. Quality player. Look out for them making moves in the future. Maybe. But Benfica, man, not Benfica, Besiktas. I don't know why I'm thinking Benfica, but Besiktas. I'm thinking Portuguese, right? Besiktas, oh man, the Sporting fans are probably like, shut up, Dom. What are you start calling Benfica's name for? But Besiktas, Besiktas, who won the Turkish League on goal difference last season. Very poor in the Champions League, man. Very, very poor. And Sergei Yalchin and his boys are knocked out. Who knows? He might get the sack for that. Don't think they will sack him. I remember, I think there's a story where he resigned and they begged him to come back or something like that, if I'm not mistaken here. But quality performance by Sporting, and they're still in with a shout to get to the round of 16. So let's talk about the big game in this group, man. The big game. Dortmund 1, Ajax 3. And yeah, the scoreline does not tell the true nature of the game. It doesn't. It really, really doesn't. Because Matt Hummels got sent off early in the match, and I personally don't think that was a red card, because he actually got tangled up, I should say, with Anthony when Anthony put on that brilliant skill move that he was, run around Marius Wolf, and then he was going to pull off another one to go around Hummels, and Hummels put in his tackle in a total different direction, and when Anthony spun, he actually stepped on Hummels, and because we had English referees who had absolutely no idea what they're doing, they sent him off. And that's just my honest opinion in that incident. We took a look at it and we saw what actually happened. I would have not even given a yellow card to any other players. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I would have given a yellow card to Anthony for behaving the way he did, like he's in film school or something, acting, rolling around on the ground for absolutely little to no reason, because he was the one who stepped on Hummels. That's just my opinion. You might have a different opinion, but it's all good. But Marco Reus put away a penalty in the 37th minute that was given by VAR, and Ajax were down for the first 72 minutes of the game, but Dusan Tadic coming up clutch once again for Ajax. He has been so impressive, so impressive since he signed from Southampton a few seasons ago, and he is definitely one of the mainstays of the club. And I've always liked Tadic. Even when he was at Southampton, he was always a busy player, and I thought he would have got a move to maybe an Arsenal or Liverpool back then. Them teams like to shop at Southampton. Never happened. So Tadic there put in Ajax level. But Mr. Sebastian Haller, if you hear me, came up clutch once again. Mr. Anthony with the assists, and Haller in the back of the net. He has been the highest goal scorer in the Champions League this season, if I'm not mistaken. I know I have to be very careful, because the boy Robert Lewandowski is always scoring them goals for fun, and you gotta always be careful how you talk about top scorers, top shotters. But I think Haller is the top shotter in the league so far, the Champions League. Put Ajax ahead, and to make matters worse, David Klaassen off the bench, set up by the boy Anthony, who I really want at Manchester City. Just got to put it out there. But Anthony will be on the move next summer, though. Next summer, he's gone. Okay? David Klaassen off the bench to make it 3. What a remarkable comeback from Ajax, and they pick up a win. I think I could remember the goalkeeper Pasve actually pulling off some big saves as well, so shout outs to him. Dortmund with 14 shots at goal, 4 on target. Dortmund only had 29% of the ball. So, and that's because they went down to 10 men, of course. Ajax with 15 shots, 5 on target, 71% of the ball. They passed the ball very well, 634 passes with an 88% pass accuracy. Dortmund could only muster up 265 passes, seeing that they had to go into their defensive shape, they had to go into their shell, and wasn't able to do their thing. And of course, no Erling Haaland to help them out as well. So convincing stuff by Mr. Erik ten Hag and his boys. His tactics were good enough to help the team to get back in the game, made the substitutions at the right time, and, said the right things in the players' ears. Also, big up to this kid, man, Julian Timber. He has a bright future as well. Just want to put it out there. Definitely has a bright future. I'm scouting. As I'm talking about these games, I'm also scouting as well. So that's that. That is that, man. Ajax seal a place in the round of 16. Klaassen off the bench was straight class as well. And let's see how Ajax does in the knockouts, if they're going to continue with this great form or if they will falter. But I don't want to leave, the Ajax fans on, a negative term there, negative note. All the best. All the best to Ajax.